Hi folks, my name is Reece. Hope you're doing well. If not, let's try and change that with the topic of today's video, which is Sonic Unleashed Recompiled. Now, Recompiled, what does that mean in this context? I don't know. Okay, I was actually prompted to install an update as soon as I booted the game up, so welcome back. But as I was saying, I'm no tech whiz, I don't want to spread misinformation, but what I do know is that recompilations are one of the best ways to experience older games on PC in 2025. For example, people have recently figured out N64 recompilation, and I've played through Majora's Mask through the Zelda 64 recomp, and that's got, of course, modern resolution, 60 FPS, a bunch of little quality of life improvements, and mod support, all of which is present here. Boot the game up immediately, a proper options menu, which is very nice. Big improvement over the console version. Turn your hints off, your control tutorials so the button prompts don't pop up, and of course volume. My personal favourite, turn the battle theme on or off so you can either experience the night themes in their entirety, or you can get the classic la na 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 na, which I know some people like it. I have a soft spot for it, but being able to turn it off is a nice option. It's a nice option. So with that being said, let's hop in. I'm running a couple mods, in particular Sonic's Awakening, which is a physics and gameplay mod. Alternative Sonic voice lines, the silent version, which makes Sonic not say much during the gameplay, so you're not going to be blasted with woo 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 woo. And Tornado Stage Skip, which skips the tornado stages. I don't think we're going to get to that, but yeah, just to show you that the mod support is here. And we're not going to linger on this cutscene for too long, because I don't think it's any different from, say, emulating the game through Xenia. I don't think it's been upscaled or anything. I think this is just the original FMV, but it does look good seeing as we're running the game in native 4K. So yeah, let's hop into an actual in-game cutscene. Oh, and look at that, you got the werehog in 4K, looking good, looking better than ever. I know through personal experience emulating the game through the PS3 and Xbox emulators that the fur in particular can look really weird in those when they're running at base resolutions. And Sonic Unleashed has its own problems raising the resolution on Xenia, for example, but it's looking really good here. The fur on the top of Chip's head and tail as well, looking a lot less compressed, looking a lot better. On the contrary, Sonic the Hedgehog, you've never looked better. But that's enough of that, let's hop into the actual game. Now, honestly, I'm not expecting to notice too much of a obvious difference, because the game does look really good, that is for sure, but I've always found it quite hard to notice during actual gameplay, considering you're whizzing by the world at breakneck speeds. You don't really get to stop and smell the roses. But of course, it does undoubtedly look gorgeous. It's more obvious when you slow down and get to look at Sonic's model like this. You know, there's no obvious aliasing really when compared to, say, again, I've emulated the game through Xenia. It is really obvious, as good as the game can look on there, it is very obvious that you're playing a game at 720p when compared to this native 4K. Yeah, just look at that. Sonic Unleashed was always one of the better looking Sonic games. It is just really nice being able to appreciate it in its entirety in modern resolutions. The chocolate chipped Sundae Supreme has never looked so yummy. And yeah, so far, 0 frame drops, no lag, no stuttering at all. Oh no, I'm already fumbling the bag. I'm a good Sonic player, I promise. Grab that, get down here. And this is where emulating the game on Xenia, it would really lag, just boosting through all those enemies and those props, but yeah, here it's a solid 60 FPS. Super impressive. Oh, and I know I did say the quality improvements would be less obvious during general gameplay, but even I'm noticing little things like the water in the background looking a lot clearer, a lot crisper. It's really nice. Super impressive as well, because this just came out of nowhere. As far as I can tell, not many people really knew that this was happening. I mean, I could be wrong. You know, I'm in the modding Discord, but I mostly just use it to browse the mods that are being released. I don't really pay too much attention to what's going on, so for all it could have been something that was like common knowledge, but I don't think so. As far as I can tell, this kind of surprised everyone, and it's super impressive that something like this can come out of nowhere, a fan project, and just take everyone by surprise, and be of such a high quality as well. Again, it's really technically impressive. I went throughout the entire stage, no lag, no frame drops whatsoever. It was just smooth sailing the whole time. Seeing this game running so well does make me wonder if there's potential for a Sonic 06 recomp. Because of course you got Project 06, and that's great in and of itself, but it is a single fan's vision for Sonic 06. And you can also get Sonic 06 running pretty well, either on Xenia or RPCS3. I've had more luck with the PS3 emulator in terms of performance, but I know for that you have to have like a specific version, a specific build, so you can eventually get it running on either of those. I think I do see the appeal in getting that game recompiled, so you can just sort of plug and play. And at that point, if you had a proper recompilation of that game, I feel like it would encourage more mod support for the game. So right now, the biggest mod for original 06, as far as I can tell, is Legacy of Solaris, which, from what I've seen, has a lot of like gameplay improvements, but it also makes adjustments to the structure of the story. I think it would be nice to experience the original story with, say, some of the improvements from Project 06, like the better physics and the additional moves for the characters, like Tails' Tail Swipe. So yeah, if there was a proper Sonic 06 recomp, I would be all over that. I would love to see it. But yeah, here we are, hopping into the first Werehog stage. I wish turning off the hints would disable those little messages, but I suppose it's not a big deal at the end of the day. But here we are. First combat encounter, and you still get to hear the night theme. Yeah, the night music in this game is great. I love it. It gives me Persona vibes almost, with a sort of smooth, jazzy kind of style. And as I say, there's already a pretty extensive mod support for this game. From what I can tell, most mods for the Xbox 360 version of the game that are hosted over on Game Banana do work here. I think there are a few that maybe have some issues, but from what I've seen, a lot of them do work. And I'm excited to mess around with them at some point. Of course, I've already got my physics mod, my voice mod to remove some of the more sort of unnecessary, annoying voice lines. But it's really exciting to see that the game has such extensive support already for fan mods. I do have to say, this kind of came about at both a good and a bad time for me, because I was halfway through a sort of casual replay of Sonic Unleashed with the mods that I've mentioned, the physics mod and the voice mod. So it's just kind of like, if this had come out a few days earlier. But at the same time, at least I didn't fully finish the game. Oh man, classic Werehog. I've never really minded the Werehog gameplay. I think my enjoyment of the Werehog mostly stems around the collection of the Sun and Moon medals. I found that whereas in the day stages you kind of need to, stop boosting through the stages and slow down to find those collectibles. In the Werehog stages, you're just kind of platforming and exploring in order to find the Sun and Moon medals, which platforming is already a big part of the Werehog stages as it is, so it's not really, you're kind of just doing more of what the game is asking you to do as is. Yeah, I might be crazy for that. That might be a hot take. I know a lot of my Sonic opinions kind of go against the general kind of consensus from what I've seen online, but I don't know, it's just how I feel. But I'm curious, what's the general consensus on referring to recomps as ports versus specifying that they are recompilations? Because that's what I tend to lean towards, specifying whether something is a recomp versus a port. I feel like calling something a port implies that it's official, being released by the company that originally made the game or sanctioned by said company. I don't know, that feels kind of misleading. I don't know. I've seen a few too many official Sonic Unleashed PC port videos in the past few days. Sonic Tubers, be better. Okay, and here's a jump I almost mess up. Can we get it right? Hey, first try. See, play Sonic Unleashed Recomp, your performance will actually improve. Technically, in terms of how the game runs, and physically, in terms of how you play the game. And time to unleash the beast! Go on, Sonic the Werehog, get him in 4K! There we go, we got him in 4K.
I think I know someone who might know something about what's going on here.
That's a lot of someone's and something's tales. I don't know why I'm commentating as if I'm playing through the game for the first time. Aww. Watching the cutscenes, seeing these characters interact with each other with the brilliant voice acting of Jason Griffith and co. It does make me forget sometimes how sour of an opinion I had upon completing the game for the first time. And I really hope this encourages more people to play the game, as popular as it is already. I'd love to see more people playing the game in 2025, given their own opinions. I do enjoy a good bit of discussion regarding any game, really, but especially Sonic. I feel like the Sonic series has a bunch of varying opinions. It is really fun seeing how they can vary. In a civilized manner, of course. It's not quite as fun when people are fighting and arguing and threatening over it. No, but I'm rambling now, so I'm going to cut myself off. Thank you very much for watching. That's going to be it for today. I can't really see myself doing many more videos on this. I can definitely see the appeal in doing a modded playthrough of this new version of Sonic Unleashed, so if that is something you'd like to see, let me know and I'll definitely consider it. But for now, in terms of upcoming content, I'm wanting to do a video let's play on Sonic Colors Ultimate, because that's just come out for free on PS Plus, and I don't really know anything about Sonic Colors, aside from, you know, so definitely stick around for that. But for now, I'm going to head off. Thank you very much for watching, have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you when I see you. Take care, goodbye.